Our minds are filled with images, aren't they? It's kind of like there's a projector at the back of our brain that's sort of like projecting out this film and reel of images that we've seen in our day or things that we were particularly thinking about in that moment. But what about in the midst of that? There are pictures that God uses to speak to us. The word of the Lord came to me. What do you see, Jeremiah? I see the branch of an almond tree, I replied. The Lord said to me, you've seen correctly. I'm watching to see that my word is fulfilled. The word of the Lord came to me again. What do you see? I see a pot that is boiling, I answered. It is tilting towards us from the north. The Lord said to me, from the north disaster will be poured out onto all who live in the land. God wanted to speak to Jeremiah. And how did he do it? Well, if you read the book, there's actually loads of examples of God speaking to him. But he quite often used innocuous objects that didn't really seem to have any other thing going for them, but yet used them to shape Jeremiah and almost predict to him things that were going to come. God used images, he used pictures to speak his word to Jeremiah. And he does the same to us. He does the same to us. We are filled in a world full of pictures and images that kind of come at us so quickly, and God can use those to help shape, direct us in our lives and even speak to others. So when you pray next time, ask God to speak to you and you close your eyes and you have images that fill your mind. Ask God, is this you speaking to me? Is this you speaking to me through the images that I'm seeing? Now, it might just be a memory of a film that you watched last night, so you can kind of put it to one side. But also, it might be God speaking to you. Ask him to show you, ask him to reveal to you if it is him that is speaking to you. In your mind, in your imagination is a place where God can speak to us. So I think it's so important that we are aware of what we are feeding our minds, what we are looking at. So the questions are like, what are you looking at? Is it good for your mind? Is there some stuff that actually you need to cut out of your life? And remember, when you are asking God to speak to you, or you are thinking that God is speaking to you through images, go back to that checklist that we talked about in last week's episode and make sure that you're always checking to make sure that it is God that is speaking to you. Why not talk to God about what you feed into your imagination? Why not bring to him the stuff that maybe you felt that you needed to cut out? And then why don't you prayerfully explore this dynamic of how we can listen and hear from God? Ask him to give you pictures. Close your eyes. Spend some time prayerfully just exploring this way that God can speak to us. And then throughout the week and throughout your days, start to implement into your life this as a regular habit that we can use. Guys, have a great week, and I'll see you next week for our 40.